Hello, my name is Miguel Hespanhol and I'm the head of logistics and supply chain consulting within Kaizen Institute. Today I'm going to talk with you about logistics, about warehouse and transportation, a little bit about the context and what are we living right now in these sectors and what we as Kaizen Institute can do to help you improve your operations, your productivity and your service levels. To start with the context of the sector, we have a lot of things going on right now. First one, of course, we have a lot of instability within our demand. So the times are tough for everyone. We don't know what's coming in tomorrow or in the next month. So this is not good for our operations. And of course, we have to have strong tools to help you and help us deal with this. Secondly, the labor shortage is something that is going on right now. So it's difficult, mainly for very manual operations, to get people to work and to get the necessary number of FTEs to put our operation going on. And finally, of course, the transportation costs. The fuel cost is increasing every day, and it's difficult to get that cost all the way through the supply chain to our customers. So we have to have productivity gains in order to absorb all of that fuel price increase. In a nutshell, we are living a lot of pressure to reduce our operational costs, and that's where we as Kaizen Institute can help you. To start with, I'll mainly give you a brief introduction on 6 tools that we can do to help your operations. So we have a set of initiatives that we can help you with, mainly with the warehouse part and the transportation part. To start with the warehouse. So first of all, we always start by questioning the design of your warehouse. So where is the picking located? Where are the inbound and outbound should be? What is the best layout possible that we can do so that the productivity of the operations is as high as possible and all of the movements and the way the operators are moving within your warehouse, all of that can be reduced as much as possible. That's the main goal. Secondly, we look at the inbound and outbound flows. So with the inbound, we're looking to work with suppliers, getting everything from the information flow of the messages of the goods that are coming in, all the way from the goods until the rack. So we're going to question if, for instance, our supplier work with the ASN framework, what can he do to speed up that process, and what can we together have within the operation in order to reduce the operating times as much as possible. And of course, in the other end, we'll look at the outbound flows. Okay, so everything that we do from picking until the goods is inside the truck or in the container, what can we do to improve the service level and productivity of the operation. Finally, in the warehouse, we look at the most important part, and usually the most important part of the warehouse operation, which is the picking. Okay, we're going to question the way you do the picking. For instance, if we are doing the picking as a picking by store, PBS, or a picking by line, PBL, and we're going to advise you on the most effective and productive way that we should do in order to increase productivity. Moving on to transportation, we also start with a network design. Okay? And in a network design, we are going to deal with everything that has to do from goods out until the goods arrive at the customer. And here, for instance, we're going to question if you work with trucks, whether the occupation of the truck is as high as possible, if the trailer is being loaded up front or just when the driver arrives. So we're going to look at everything that we can do in order to increase and reduce costs and increase the occupancy of your resources. Then we of course look at the planning part and the schedule part. And the routing algorithms is something that we also can do and help you with in order to have the lowest distance possible that our trucks or containers are going to move from the warehouse gate until the last mile delivery that we're going to have to our customers. Finally, and as an overall, we have a strong analytical capability in order to make your day-to-day decisions as accurate as possible, and we call it a data-driven operations management. This is where we're going to give you tools, insights, and analytical support in order to base your decisions on data and not on the feeling of our teams. So where can we start? And we always start, and the Kaizen way and the Kaizen approach starts with the diagnosis of your operation. Okay? We are looking at a 4 to 8 weeks diagnosis in which we are going to assess the way you are currently doing your operations, both looking at the operation itself and getting data about your operation, and then after give you some benchmark information and some training on Kaizen tools, we're going to give you what's the vision of improvement for your operation, and with that we build a business case in which we report all of the indicators and all of the KPIs that we're going to improve, and we are typically looking at productivity and service level. Okay. Finally, it comes to the implementation part in which you put everything to light that we've done in the business case. So that's our way of working. I hope you have enjoyed the video and looking forward to hearing from you.